The contraceptive pill is prescribed to millions of healthy women every day, from their mid-teens to menopause, but only a few know how this drug actually works or the potential side effects. When it was first introduced in the 1960s, its impact on women's freedom was revolutionary. For women, it's hard to criticise the hormonal contraceptive when it's given us so much equality and freedom. But just like all medications, the pill can cause side effects.
The pill had actually made me feel really depressed.
It is the first medical drug made specifically to treat people who aren't sick. But now this drug is actually making people sick.
My name's Michelle McGrath. I'm the lead nurse for the contraceptive service. There are some health risks associated with the pill. Again, there's two main types of pill. So there's the combined pill, which contains both estrogen and progesterone, and there's a progesterone-only pill, which just contains a single hormone. So with the progesterone-only pill, there's really very few contraindications. The combined pill, on the other hand, there are slightly more risks with it.
From conducting a survey of 338 women, we found that the majority of them have suffered severe side effects from the pill.
So after about 3 months, I realised that I couldn't stop bleeding, and it was making me feel worse about myself. And I think because I was constantly bleeding, I felt like I was always on my period, so I was putting on even more weight. So I decided to study abroad for a year, so me and my boyfriend decided that there'd be no use for me to be on the pill anymore. During that year abroad, I definitely felt that there was a huge difference. Not having anything in your body, I felt I lost weight. I was a lot happier about myself.
It turns out that the pill had actually made me feel really depressed. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm so bubbly, I'm so energetic, but it actually had turned me into a completely different person.
How can something that severs you from your most primal and natural identity be empowering?
My personality changed. I was angry all the time. I was nasty towards my parents. I changed into a completely different person, and Mummy had just said, look, it's not for you, please come off it. And to be honest, I think I was in that rough place in my head that if I hadn't have come off it at the time that I did, it probably would have developed a suicidal thought.
Is it really fair having to compromise your health in order to be responsible? And what happens when you take these pills trying to be responsible and it goes wrong anyway?
After a while, I was actually starting to get really tired and just constantly feeling exhausted and mentally and physically drained. I was speaking to my friend about it, and she suggested that I take a pregnancy test, which I thought was absurd. I didn't think there was a point in taking one because I was on the pill. I did take the pregnancy test though, and it was positive. Obviously it wasn't a planned pregnancy, so I was quite upset over it, I'm not going to lie. Reasons being, I had plans. I was meant to go back to university in September, and these are all things I'm going to have to postpone due to the pill not working.
Certainly in the 60s, it was incredibly liberating to have the pill as it controlled your cycle, but now not relying on a pharmaceutical company to prevent pregnancy and knowing how your own body works, that to me seems like true independence.
So I just want other girls to know, because they might not have a supportive family like I do, and it might be a lot harder for them. I just think girls should know and be informed that not to rely too heavily on the pill, because obviously it's not 100%.
I didn't know that my depression was caused by being on the pill for 2 months. I didn't know that I was going on my period every 3 days for 2 months, that was because of the pill. I thought there was something wrong with me. We need to sort our education system out to show our women that we actually care about them, and that we're not just letting them put chemicals in their body without knowing what they're actually doing to themselves.